We had some.
Greg, I'll email it to you. Alex made the mistake of IMing with me.
Just of how it was deployed.
Yeah.
You had to figure it out, Marlon.
Yeah.
Oh, because they offer install service.
I see more.
And the sales guy shows it as, it's like a professional service, but it's not. This guy's like going to work at the help desk. He comes in, and he's just phoning home for help of, what to do. And then we had to hire a consultant after the fact.
I bet you're right.
Primarily looked at.
No, that should be us there.
You are disparate data centers.
Okay, we'll just leave it like that. If it gets annoying.
I see you.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to see.
Can you hear it?
Some of those are.
VMs or appliances? Are you using VMs or appliances for your appliance?
You can.
Okay.
We're
We'll just leave it like that.
There are appliances, I believe. Yeah, I'm not certain.
Is anyone extending their Active Directory and ADFS to the cloud? I know that we do that with our Microsoft environment.
We're the same.
You are doing it?
DirSync, ActiveSync, or yeah, I think that's it.
Colorado State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Utah's doing
Okay.
do hybrid connectivity.
Same with you.
Okay.
UNC. We're trying to talk the guy in charge of that into doing it, so we have a survivable directory somewhere.
And are you all doing it with Azure or other solutions or?
It gets fuzzy when you say Azure and Active Directory.
Okay.
They don't really exist. But yeah.
They announced something, right?
Yeah. They always announce it.
But so it's just more done as you do it as basic hosting, you're administering that VM. That's how it is. What?
The OneDrive Office 365. So Dave, is our whole AD going or just XDS?
You're
Just XDS.
which is a copy.
Darrell says it's working.
Okay.
That's what video call edit. Didn't have any more. It's not. Good try again.
Oh, I still see it. Oh, I see Scott.
And do you hear the audio?
Why is it up there and?
Wow, it's like delayed though.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian also had a question about securing admin accounts. We use two-factor authentication, Duo, typically for a lot of that to the extent possible. Anybody else?
UL. And so, and that's for your sysads or for everyone or for which type of, because what I'm thinking is if username and password becomes compromised for someone that gets onto routers or Unix root, how do you stop that username and password from being useful?
So we have Duo for our TACX environment.
Okay,
PCI,
integrated with TACX, okay.
because of PCI and everything, but the bigger problem is the system administration side. We're trying to get to the point where all of the people with elevated privileges are PeopleSoft, but at this point, if you're flagged as a person with elevated privileges logging into our portal, you're forced to do two-factor authentication. And then the PCI environment forces it as well. But outside of that, that's the extent where
We're doing the same thing, then adding HIPAA.
Okay.
So our monitoring team, and I'm sorry, I don't understand fully how Duo works in individual boxes, but I know monitoring team is actually set up, because all their stuff runs on those boxes, all theirs requires Duo.
It's really easy. You just install an agent. Yeah. And when you were typing your username, Duo prompts you on your phone and except capacity.
So you can put it on your machine, your laptop.
We are looking at going to the next level of privileged account, particularly in infrastructure administration, account management or access management with a tool like Power Broker. Our CISO wants us to do that, or wants it pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, that's the same pressure we're under. The one thing I will say that's disappointing for me is we have two platforms we're having to support, and it's just the chief technology officer and the organization has agreed to support this. We have RSA and Duo. RSA is primarily the hospital's choice because the pharmacy systems and everything else are very, very tightly integrated with the RSA solution. So two-factor authentication for the clinical is very, very driven towards RSA. So we're happy to support both RSA and Duo. That's disappointing for me because as infrastructure, we have to know how to talk both languages. But, you know, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking over this session. Thank you very much, Scott, for leading these. These are. I didn't really properly thank Dave for his depressing voiceover wireless discussion. Brad, if you haven't checked your flight, Alex is still at the airport. His flight's delayed, so beware. Safe travels. Matt made it home safely. No offense. And he said that he is willing to host. I gave him one last chance to get out. Maybe tired and overwhelmed. But anyway, so Fort Lewis, the 14th, 15th, 16th of June. I'll send that announcement out. Matt and I will work on some creative 30th celebration. Yeah, and if you have any good Westnet stories or good Westnet photos or whatever, we'll certainly search out. I think we talked to the Utah guys are going to try and see if they can find Ed Sharp. And we'll search out some of the long-time attendees. So that's set. I'm missing some talks. If you haven't sent me your 5-minute meds, please do. Numbers of you have. Thank you. Eileen says she is missing like multi-tier. So can you
Well, we just kind of talked about it, so I don't know.
Okay, so no slides. All right. Chad, wireless in the dorms.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had sent them to Alex. Sent them to Alex or her?
Well, it's funny because Alex has been putting them in a share. She's been pulling them out of the share. So for some reason.
Okay, so I didn't do the last one.
Okay, so can you give me those? Trevor?
You or Alex?
You. Mine, are we talking the?
Configuration management and ClearPass?
Mine is a Google presentation. It should be in the share.
Okay,
Do you
we'll
want me
check.
to send it directly to her or share it with her?
Send it directly to me.
Okay.
All right. And then we're missing one from John, but I'll find that one. So yeah, Mike, you're right. So. All right, so I think that's all of that. And so the topics that I have written down for June are JIRA with Jeff potentially presenting on that. ServiceNow, Eric, you volunteered to do that. Right?
Yeah, we have BPM workflow and
All right, and Chad, configuration management for unified communication stack 8.
Yeah, fine about that.
We'll do our welcome. Jim and I will continue. So do people still find it useful to have these sort of national, regional updates or?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. And then I had DAS on here because it just seemed like there was a lot of conversation about DAS in general. Do you want to lead a panel or something?
I can give an update.
And what you guys are doing, and it seems like, I don't even know if maybe we need more than one session because there's DAS and stadiums, it seems like one big issue with DAS wireless, and then there's also just DAS in general in buildings, or I don't know how you think about how you want to split that up. You know, recruit as needed. Brian, I had you. I would think by the time June comes around, we'll have an additional CCIE, CC star or something, and by then I think people will have more idea what to do with the CIEs.
So if the submittal date's before June, or if it's close to that, yeah.
So just a sort of a general discussion about what people are doing with their CI
Unless it gets
stars.
blown out in October.
Right.
Okay.
And then, well, and I think people will be further along on the CIEs they've gotten, you know, the cyber infrastructure engineers they've gotten. So hopefully you guys will know more, Wyoming will know more. Whoever else got those. Dave will do doom and gloom, lightning talks Kelly, 5-minute madness Scott, next meeting me. IT directions and futures I added, regional directions and futures, I put Jim doing something about that. Provisioning and managing cloud services, OpenDNS, so, and then architecture group is it.
And then there was the student pipeline.
Oh, yeah. What was the student pipeline thing? I was
It's
dealing
a,
with-
you know, a way to, an alternative to recruiting new people.
Oh, so.
BYU presentation.
It was,
And, we'll participate in that, because we were pretty active student. Yeah, pretty purposeful about some of the things we did.
So Matt, I'm sorry. Matt, you're gonna leave that?
I can.
Who else is gonna participate with
I
Matt?
can delegate that.
Yeah, I can delegate.
Anybody else that did student programs? Anybody?
we're building one, that's, I think they're the one that should.
So Mike. All right, other topics? This will be a 2.5-day meeting, so it'll be all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, half day Thursday. So we have a little bit more time than we had today, so we kind of rushed through what you did about, so I'll try to make sure you have enough time.
You know, we might even try to put that in the 5-minute madness more toward the beginning so that it can generate some evening or break discussions.
I don't want to talk about that. And we probably didn't have quite enough time for lightning talks, we were squishing those in. We were squishing this meeting tonight, so. But when you guys look at the agenda, just make sure you can tell me how long the meeting is. You know, I don't know. So, other topics? You guys aren't presenting on anything, you want to present on something?
Darrell says he would like some slide rules.
These are our longtime Westnetters. Darrell Bennett used to give us slide rules. He had like cases of them. And every time we come to Arizona State, he would give us a slide rule.
And a keychain.
Yeah, a little
And a
keychain
West
slide
End
rule.
just keychain.
Oh, and that's James.
I would like a pin or a sticker.
Swag.
30 years.
So the swag was gonna be that somebody creative is going to design a new Westnet logo. Westnet logo, I think, if I remember correctly, was designed by somebody at NCAR who's no longer there. I do actually have access to a graphic designer. Who introduced.
What stickers?
And then James is gonna do some creative
CNC.
cutout for everybody.
Yeah. Put the little colored lights underneath.
We have a really good graphic designer in our customer support team.
Do they wanna design a logo?
They do a great job, they do posters and everything, so I don't know.
Do people like the Westnet logo? Does anybody even know what the Westnet logo is?
No.
Very Westnet.
It's on your invoice.
It's old school.
If that's on your head, Kelly has to change all his invoices.
It is a very simple, low band, low PayPal. So, do you seriously volunteer?
Yeah, she does
I
a
will
great
name
job,
you
she's awesome.
mercilessly.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the logo. Very boring logo. I don't want anything like weird. So- Think about what identifies us.
At Chico, we had a competition.
Get that AGS plus in there somewhere.
We turned it into a competition.
We can steal the old Cisco logo. Maybe Cisco will give us their old. They'll love it to Other topics? No other topics? Like slide rule? How to use the slide? Really?
That would be fascinating.
Probably bring my dad in. My dad loaned me, basically, I think my first class, math class, I had to use a slide rule. My dad was an architect. He had a really fancy old slide rule. And,
We
it
have
never
a,
made any sense to me whatsoever.
we have a 15-foot one hanging in our basement. It was on a trash pile and CS was remodeling.
Oh, that's
Back in the
slide
80s.
For teaching people how to use it.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
So another thing to contemplate, which I'll send a doodle poll out about, Ben and I were talking about, I think most of you are pretty familiar with Durango, but there's the famous Durango Silverton train. He said you can get a dedicated car, which we, you can go up there at night. Yeah, so it would require, I think we'd have to do it as a side trip, either like the Thursday afternoon, the Monday before or something like that. So I'll see what kind of interest there is in people coming in early.
Did Durango live? Did Durango, is that?
Yes. I don't want to hear one complaint. Otherwise, somebody else is gonna run this meeting. So, and my good news is, we decided not to submit this big data spoke proposal, so a gigantic weight has been lifted off my shoulders. They wanted me to partner with Boise and I just, so,
It's like a February 21st.
well, the letter of intent was due next week. We already wrote our letters, so it would have been required completely rewriting that and getting it in next week. Be talking to a bunch of people I don't even know. And then the proposal's due February 25th, so I've regained my life.
I should volunteer for 2 or 3 presentations.
Yeah, I did 2 or 3 presentations, so, well, we'll see where Winds goes. I may be able to, we may have an update of what we're gonna do. We should. Okay.
What'd you think about tapping the ESNet guys and have them do a sort of refresher on deploying first sonar?
I'm sure they would love to. Eli Dart is still doing the science DMG stuff. We could probably easily, Jason would be happy to do something. And the other project that's going on, there's a lot of, trying to get WRN involved. I'm sure Dave Reese would be happy to come. He's the director of Pacific Wave, if you want to know more about Pacific Wave. There's also Larry Spar is doing the Civic Research Platform, which is actually an effort to try and get science DMZs to work better together. And that is a really simple version of what that project is. It's a big project with a lot of money and I don't really actually 100% know what it's doing. So we could pencil those.
On the first sonar, I think it was last Westnet or maybe one before, we all talked about scheduling of such between for different problems. I'm not, maybe we need to put that on our
The
list.
scheduling meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, we did a
So,
mad
we're
dash
looking
for
at
Westnet.
across the IT, R on, year on, and just something that gives us a little more information when we write proposals for grants. Say, you know, this is a problem, when I'm trying to talk to somebody in Colorado State, just expanding that curriculum beyond our own rods.
Yeah.
So you're talking about like a dashboard?
Yeah, somebody had a scheduling piece that we're all kind of missing. Remember that was a
Well, the
lot.
quilt is doing a quilt first on our man dashboard. FRGP, the first on our man dash. I don't know who yours are. Pete, we could throw that. Pete seems to come in.
I'm afraid for like, from our perspective, we don't.
And
put
actually,
ourselves in
I
a
think
position, like a deadline on.
Jason could do that.
To jumpstart that.
But if you have questions in between that and want to know something about that, I can put you in touch with Pete Seaman, and he's doing a lot of work on that. And there's some guru that he's working with, maybe at Indiana University, but he'd be happy to help. So. Other
In the
comments?
past, when we've gone to other sites, especially ones that we haven't been to before, we've asked the hosting site to find somebody to do a presentation on something that's kind of site specific.
That's a good idea.
And so we could tap Pat to find somebody to do a presentation of local interests that we would otherwise get exposure to.
Okay. That's a good idea. We've also at times, and I don't know if the report Luke says he has any, done tours, you know, if you probably did the tour of robotic library and, you guys did that telescope tour here one time. I just said, the topic, and go get, my husband getting the word. Gotta have the priority. Yeah, well, I've made certain mistakes in my life. He does pay for it, so be kind of nice to him. All right, anything else?
That's a pretty good start, right?
Yeah. So, final thank you to University of Arizona, Derek, it's a great job. And thank you to the new folks who showed up. It's always great to have new people attend, and so Keith and other people that were new, and Derek as well. So thank you for coming. Hopefully it was valuable. And again, thanks to everybody who spoke. Thanks a lot to Alex for that's a lot of work to do that. So thanks to Alex for doing that. Thanks to Kelly for doing our accounting. And we'll see you all in June in Durango.
And thanks to she who makes it possible.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, so we'll work that work with the
Together.
So I will
We
just.
can't fight.
We'll just you.
I don't think it's right. And fine, okay. Yeah, we've had the look down searching for Miami safety. More anything. Now